Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Beastly Eel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the two post-credit scenes of Venom 3: The Last Dance. There's going to be some spoilers ahead, so if you haven't seen the movie, do not watch this. I'm going to be spoiling some major things. Overall, I was a little disappointed in the movie. It wasn't bad. It wasn't overall horrible. However, I was expecting something different, and that's not what I got. In the end, Venom sacrificed himself to save Eddie Brock, and because of that, stopped Null from getting out of his prison. So that was the big thing. Obviously, there was a lot of other stuff happening, but that was the major thing that happened. And Eddie Brock ends up in New York, which would make us think that we're going to be heading towards him meeting a real Spider-Man, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll talk a little bit more about that later in the video. But the first post-credit scene was with Null, who was basically stating that he's not done yet and he's going to be coming. So what's kind of cool is the guy who is playing Null is the same guy who played Golem in Lord of the Rings, but he also played Claw in Black Panther and in Age of Ultron. So he's playing Null, and he's basically stating he's going to be coming back. He's gonna, he can't be, just because they've stopped him this time doesn't mean that he's going to be stopped forever. There's been rumors that the fourth Spider-Man movie is the King in Black, which is, a lead-in to Null. However, I don't think. I think he'll be mentioned. I don't think he's going to play a major role in that movie. I feel like this is a character you got to build yourself up towards. Um, but that's just me. I could be wrong. But overall, I mean, he's definitely menacing enough. The creatures that were hunting Sentinels were scary enough, right? So the second post-credit scene, because there was only two, was where the bartender comes out, and he's obviously was captured, and it's kind of like, so he's walking around trying to figure out where he is and how to get out of there. And what we see in the bottom is a vial that has a symbiote in it, which was from Agony, I believe. And what happened there was it looks to be a piece of Venom inside of there. So the reason why I bring that up is because the idea is Venom, although the Venom we know is most likely gone completely, pieces of him still exist. We know one exists in 616, obviously, and we now, which has now been confirmed that it is still there in 616. So that's interesting. Um, and then we have the other piece that was taken in their universe, which still exists. So the idea is Venom could still exist, but not in the same way that he existed before. Meaning, like, the majority of Venom is gone, right? So for him to rebuild himself, it's not going to be the same Venom. So we have that going on as well. And that was the end of that. So one of the big things here is the thought is we might be getting Spider-Man to possibly team up with other members of the Sonyverse to take out Null, potentially. These are all rumors for right now. Obviously, nothing is set in stone, but it has the potential of doing so. We also have the idea of, so we have that going on. We also have Null obviously existing, we know that, but the idea of Venom still existing. So we now know that, or at least in my opinion, it has been proven that the the scene where the general like puts the device around Venom was not from 616. It was actually from when they was brought back. So a piece of him is still in 616, and they showed the difference between the two bartenders, which I thought was very interesting as well. So I'm very curious to see how they're going to be playing that out as well, and also with the fact that Spider-Man is most likely going to be getting his symbiote suit. But overall, those were the main points of the movie. Like I said, I was a little disappointed in the trilogy end, in my opinion. I was expecting a bigger fight, which we didn't get. It was more of Venom sacrificing himself, which, don't get me wrong, was not a bad thing necessarily. It just wasn't what I was expecting, and because of that, was a little disappointed because of it. But overall, I mean, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't a horrible movie. It was still better than Madam Web and Joker 2 for sure. So I'm not super concerned on that front. They definitely did better than them. But let me know what you guys thought about this movie down in the comments. Did you like it? Did you not? And why? And as always, if you like the content you see, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. Other than that, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out. Have a great night. Bye bye.